So this is my first time ever speaking on my Los Angeles Lakers offseason. I haven't said a word about it. You know, I've did videos addressing the signings, like I've reported on them. But in regards to me discussing it, I've been pretty vague because I wanted to wait till we got closer to the season. Honestly, my opinions have kind of shifted a little bit as well. So I wanted to make sure I had everything together with my thoughts for my Los Angeles Lakers. For those who don't know, I've been a Lakers fan since I was 5 years old. Kobe's my guy, but I love LeBron. I love him. I love what he brings to the table. I think he's one of the greatest three players of all time. I tell y'all that all the time. Here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. I don't like this Lakers team as much as I like the team that won the championship in the bubble. And everybody that follows this platform from over a year, y'all know I'm not just saying that because we won the championship. Y'all know I love that Lakers team. It's one of my favorite Lakers teams of all time. LeBron, Dwight, Rondo, AD, everybody was clicking. It was great. I can't act like this team will most likely be one of my favorites. Again, I'm going to wait to play it out. There's some things that I really do like about this team. There's some things that I don't like as much. So I'll tell y'all this. If I had to give my Lakers a grade for the offseason that they had, shout out to Rob Pelinka. He's an aggressive gentleman. I will give my Lakers, I can't give them no higher than a B. I'll give them a solid B. I started to give them a C, but I can't argue the principle of why some of the moves were made. I wish the Lakers would have went in different directions, but I understand it. For me personally, the Buddy Hield trade, for me, makes a little more sense than the Russell Westbrook trade from this standpoint. I get why the Lakers went and added another star. Maybe the Lakers didn't think Buddy Hield was as nowhere near the star power, the consistent guy that Russell Westbrook is. I get that piece of it. But I don't think we needed that if we knew we could bring in Rajon Rondo, which we did end up getting later in the offseason. Now, to be fair, obviously, maybe you didn't know you could pull off the Rondo move. But to me, I look back at that and I think, man, if we could go get Rondo back, then I definitely want Buddy Hield. Because Rondo's not a star in this league, obviously, but he does have star-like qualities to him. Like his IQ is A1, his passing ability is A1. He's got the respect of all the stars in the league. So there are star traits to Rondo. And to me, a team that consisted of Rondo at point guard, Buddy Hield at two guard, and obviously LeBron and AD and Dwight, to me, made the most sense. Now, obviously, we didn't go in that direction. I'm fine with it. I still think this team can compete for a championship. I do believe, though, at times it's going to get tough. You got a lot of egos in that room. Rondo's got an ego. Carmelo Anthony has an ego. LeBron James has an ego. Anthony Davis should have an ego. Like Russell Westbrook got an ego. There are a lot of guys who have been number one in other circumstances and other situations that believe they should be higher on the pedestal, whatever it might be, than what they will be. To me, that team should center around Anthony Davis. I've said that multiple times. I love the Malik Monk move. That's one of my moves that I like the most. I think Malik Monk is a guy that can be what LeBron James has needed for the last couple of years, an athletic guard that can score the basketball. I think Malik Monk, I liked him coming out of Kentucky. I think he'll be a big difference maker for my Lakers team. I love the Dwight Howard move. I love bringing him back. So essentially, we replaced Malik Monk for Danny Green, and I love that a lot. Danny Green, I don't think that shot is nowhere near what it used to be. He limps on the court. Malik Monk's got his better days ahead of him. I love the Malik Monk move. Got Rondo back. I said I love that. So I thought it would be cool to rank, to me, what would be the 10 most important Lakers this season. I know I'm going to rub some feathers with this one, but this is what I believe. I think this is the order of Lakers that we should have if we want to win a championship. This is the order it should be in importance on that Lakers team, all right? At number 10, I'm going with Kendrick Nunn. I didn't mention him in this video previously, but Nunn is a guy that can score a bucket. We'll see what the Lakers do at point guard. I don't know if we're going to rest Westbrook a lot in the season, Rondo as well. Nunn is a guy that could come in and give us some capable minutes at starting point guard. Like Kendrick Nunn thinks highly of himself. Right now, he's the third string point guard, potentially could be a backup guard. He's going to have to fight for minutes. We'll learn a lot about Kendrick Nunn, depending on where he ends on this rotation, if anywhere at all. At number 9, Taylon Horton Tucker. Look, there are people in the league that are higher on this kid than I am. I think he could be a good player in the league. People telling me that this dude's going to be a star. I don't see that. But look, we've paid this gentleman. LeBron loves this gentleman. He's athletic. He's getting better. I'll give you that. Explosive at the rim. Taylon Horton Tucker, I believe he's going to have to be the starting guard some nights. Like, I believe as the season goes on, if Malik Monk, who's been injury prone in the past, there are going to be nights where you need Taylon Horton Tucker to step up and play 36 minutes. Is he ready to do that? Well, his contract says he should be. Number 9, most important guy on my Lakers. At number 8, I'm going with Carmelo Anthony. Some people will have Melo higher on this list than I will. Look, I like Melo. I don't love Melo. I don't like the concept of stopping the basketball for Carmelo Anthony so he can go in the post and get you a potentially decent shot. I don't think his shot selection is good enough to stop the basketball. I don't. Now, what Melo was doing in Portland, I thought that was the perfect role for him. He wanted better. He wanted a chance to win a ring before he got up out this thing. I respect that. I got to see where Melo's head at, because Melo still thinks he's a superstar. And by the way, his bank account probably represents that of a superstar. But the reality is, at best, he should be your 6th to 7th guy in your rotation. Probably the 3rd, 4th guy off your bench. That's where he should be from a career standpoint. Melo can knock down any shot. If you want to throw him in games when you're down 3 points, I'm fine with that. But overall, he needs to be a guy that we keep around 16 to 18 minutes a game in the regular season. More importantly, he needs to check in from a verbal standpoint. We don't need Melo calling out LeBron mid-game. Come on, that's LeBron. You gotta. I know that's your brother, but he's still one of the best players in the world. You are not right now. We'll see. At number 7, I'm going Trevor Ariza. I know Ariza's going to start the season injured. I think when Ariza gets back, though, he's a guy that I can expect to be one of our better defenders in the playoffs. He's a guy that you can attach to any one of the Kevin Durant's of the world, the Kawhi Leonard's of the world, and he's not going to stop anybody at this point in his career. But can he contain Kawhi Leonard to 28 points? But watch this, on 10 of 26 shooting. That's important to me. I think come playoff time, Trevor Ariza will creep into that rotation. Probably won't play a lot in the regular season, but playoff time, I say Ariza will get some minutes. At number 6, I'm going to shock some people with this. I got Russell Westbrook here at 6. I'm not even 100% sure if Westbrook will be the starting point guard at the end of the season. I got a real conversation happening behind the scenes with some of my other Laker faithful, in which we think, though Russell Westbrook's clearly the better talent, obviously he's the first ballot Hall of Famer, Mr. Triple-Double. For what the Lakers need, I'm not 100% sure that Rajon Rondo still isn't a better fit. Again, to give the Lakers a little bit of an out here, when they traded for Westbrook, they obviously didn't know Rajon Rondo would become available. But in my world, Westbrook, with his talents, works well with Anthony Davis, not as much with LeBron James. LeBron will be on the court. We know that for a fact if the Lakers are competing for championships. I don't know about this Westbrook and LeBron thing. He's going to take rebounds away from LeBron. And you might ask me, what the heck does it mean that Westbrook's going to take rebounds away from LeBron? That doesn't matter as long as the board is secured. I'll push back a little bit at that. If Westbrook gets the rebound, he's running the offense. He ain't passing that ball to LeBron. If Brody gets the ball, we're now running Russell Westbrook's offense. That is important. LeBron's a career 7.5 rebounds a game guy. You know, he's going to take assists away from LeBron. Now, I do believe Westbrook and Anthony Davis can have some great chemistry. I like that. I think he's going to get AD some easy, great looks. But here's the thing. LeBron is great at making guys feel better when they on the court. Westbrook gets assists to stuff the stats sometimes. Those are two different type of assists. I've tried to explain this to people over the years over and over again. It seems to go over their heads. Those are two different type of assists that Westbrook and LeBron get. LeBron won't average 12, 14 assists a game, but he makes everybody who got the ball from him feel involved and feel cared for. Whereas Brody can get you 12 assists and you still feel like you weren't a part of the basketball game. I got him at 6, and I got Rajon Rondo at the 5th most important Laker. I'm a Rondo guy. I like Rondo a lot. I think he's valuable, incredibly valuable to a team. Now, if I put Rajon Rondo on the Memphis Grizzlies, on the Minnesota Timberwolves, no, you're not going to get the best version of Rondo. And that probably says something about him, you know, but when you got him in LA, he's focused. That's all I can tell you. When you got him around the Lakers, I'm not even going to say LeBron. When you got him around Anthony Davis, he's focused. And LeBron is LeBron. He brings out the best in everybody, or at least he should. Rondo is a guy that has always thought Anthony Davis, since they got together in LA, was the best player in the world. And I'm fine with that, because LeBron gonna still do him. You know, Rondo is a guy that finds ways to get Anthony Davis the ball in the best spots on the court. So here's the thing. I think with Russell Westbrook as a starting point guard, he'll get AD a lot of looks, and AD might average 32 points this year if he's healthy. Rondo knows how to get AD the ball in great spots, though. So maybe he doesn't average 32, but AD might average 26, but he feels great about the night. Also, we know Anthony Davis, his body ain't built to last. Rondo's the guy that can get AD some easy lobs in which Anthony Davis is able to get through the regular season healthy. All right, I'm breaking some stuff down to you guys here. That's why I think at the end of the season, I don't know, it might be Rajon Rondo starting over Russell Westbrook for the Lakers at point guard. Boy, would that be a story. That would be something, but I see it brewing. At number 4, I'm going Malik Monk. I like Malik Monk a lot. I spoke about him earlier. Malik Monk is a guy that could really take a lot of the burden off of LeBron. LeBron doesn't feel the need to have to break down every possession and get the Lakers a good shot with 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. No, Malik Monk can operate. And Malik can knock down that open 3. And by the way, playing with LeBron and Anthony Davis, Malik Monk will be the beneficiary of more open looks than he's probably ever seen in his life. Like, he will be the beneficiary of a lot of open looks. Malik Monk can score, and, you know, he's athletic as well. He can get to the rim. For me, it's about Malik Monk's commitment to defense. LeBron, he plays defense sometimes. Anthony Davis, he wasn't locked in defensively last year. Whoever the Lakers put at point guard, whether it's Westbrook or Rondo, they ain't elite at the point guard position playing defense. So Malik Monk, you look around, you're like, oh, wow, somebody's got to play defense on this Lakers team that was really good defensively last year. I would tend to believe it would probably have to be Malik Monk. Rob Pelinka's, you know, he brought him in for a reason. I think Frank Vogel's going to challenge Malik Monk to be the Lakers' best defender. We'll see how he responds. If he does, he's got a starting spot on that team for the entire season. At number 3, I'm going Dwight Howard. I love Dwight Howard in a Lakers uniform. I thought the brother sacrificed a lot for the Lakers team in the bubble. I'm a Dwight Howard guy. Now, I do think he has some stupid technical fouls that I would like for him to clean up. He's going out of his way to show you he cares about the game of basketball. Sometimes a little too passionate, stupid technical fouls. You know, but Dwight Howard is the body that AD needs. He allows Anthony Davis to play the 4. And again, it's about getting Anthony Davis to the playoffs. Like, Anthony Davis' frame is thin. I don't think he's going to get healthier as his career goes along. You just got to put Anthony Davis in good spots to win, right? That's what it comes down to. And knock on wood, we don't have another COVID outbreak that stops the NBA season in the middle of it, right? And I only bring that up to say, you're not going to find a way to get Anthony Davis 3-4 months of rest in the middle of the season. So you got to keep him healthy by any means necessary, even if that means starting a Dwight Howard to give him some of the minutes down low to bang with some of the Nikola Jokic's and Joel Embiid's of the world. Look, Marc Gasol wanted to be in the corner of that three-point line more than Anthony Davis did. That wasn't going to work because though Marc was in the game and quote-unquote technically your center, hell, he went down low. He wouldn't get his big butt in the paint. So by default, AD was your center, which is not what you want. If you're going to have Marc on the court, he's going out of LA now. If you're going to have Marc on the court, you want him to bang. If he's not going to bang, if he's going to play on the perimeter, you're really doing the Lakers a disservice because now he's like in the way. He's not giving AD the space that he needs because he's not knocking down shots. Guys are playing off of him. Like, what is that? I'd rather have Dwight in. Anthony Davis can figure it out from the mid-post area. At number 2, LeBron James. One of the 3 greatest basketball players of all time in my eyes. LeBron James is going to bring it to the table every year, no matter what. He doesn't take a night off. He doesn't cheat the game of basketball. It's simple as that. LeBron James on your team means you're competing for championships. That has been the thing of his career. That's why he's had one of the greatest careers of all time. Every time that man is on your basketball court, you're competing for championships. That is the standard. That's beautiful. You know, and in large part it's because he ain't going out there with unless he got 2 other All-Stars. And he's got 2 other All-Stars. Look, I get it. I understand why the Lakers acquired Westbrook. I get it. LeBron puts too much into the game of basketball to be dealing with Anthony Davis's nonsense. Last year, what AD gave the Lakers was nonsense. It was ridiculous. It was pathetic. It was lethargic. It's unacceptable. He's got Brody now. I got to see where LeBron's headed. And I want LeBron to step up and be more of a vocal leader. I don't want Carmelo Anthony telling the Lakers what they need to be running. I don't want Rondo telling LeBron what to be doing. I don't want Russell Westbrook talking to LeBron any kind of way. If it ain't AD, I don't want it. That's the only guy I want talking to LeBron. I want AD challenging LeBron to be great every other night. Like I don't want all these other guys need to fall in line. So I'm wondering, will LeBron be the vocal leader that I need him to be? He's already the talent. He's one of the greatest of all time. everybody needs to fall in line behind LeBron James' leadership. I believe that to be so. He's a great scorer. He's important. Everything about LeBron James is always important. We take it for granted because he always does it. Number one, Anthony Davis for me is the most important Los Angeles Laker. I'll stand by that. I will stand by that. The greatest version of the Lakers is when Anthony Davis is your number one option. You want to know why I say that? Because when he's playing with aggressiveness on offense, when he's engaged, his defense is engaged. And when Anthony Davis is engaged on defense, he's one of the 2-3 best defensive players in the world. He's right up there with Rudy Gobert and Giannis Antetokounmpo on defense, guarding the paint. And when you got Anthony Davis playing like a big body, though he's a small frame, just tall, and he's able to affect the game on defense, you pretty much got an unbeatable Lakers team. Because he can stretch the court on offense, and when he's able to give you great minutes on defense, you got to think most bigs can't shoot like AD. When he's playing like a big guy, using those long arms to get blocks and all that, there's nothing you can do with him. If Anthony Davis is the Lakers' most important piece, that probably means the Lakers are in the NBA Finals against the Milwaukee Bucks or the Brooklyn Nets. That's what that means. LeBron could be the Lakers' most important player, and they end up losing. That happened last year. LeBron was the best Laker last year, and we lost to Phoenix. Anthony Davis wasn't engaged. He wasn't healthy, none of that. If Anthony Davis is the most important piece, I believe he's going to commit to his body more and more. I believe he's going to commit to being the greatest version of himself, putting that Call of Duty controller down. And if those things are true, we're going to compete for a championship. Those are my 10 most important Lakers, and that caps off what I think about this Lakers team as a whole. There's a lot there, man. There's a lot there. I'm looking forward to the season, man. I'm super geeked, man. I think we got a chance. I'll say that. Everything considered, my team has a chance to win a championship this year. We got LeBron at the end of his prime. AD should be dead center in his prime. We got a chance.